Welcome back to try this again, ready? Welcome back to Tech Start Channel. I'm Brian.
I'm Craig.
And we are driving actually our second RAM loan on the show. And I'm actually excited about this. We've been waiting for this one for a little bit. The all refreshed 2025 RAM. And this is a new trim that's never been offered before. This is all new, the Tungsten Edition. So think of this as like the Platinum non-ranch thing. So not King Ranch, but like Platinum F-150. It's kind of in that territory. Super luxurious, super comfy, air ride suspension, that kind of stuff. So all the goodies. So let's kind of get into it, Craig. You do have a refreshed nose with the 2025, and part of that's because there's an all-new engine in here. More on that in just a minute. I know the Hemi's gone, but we'll get into that, I promise. I'll talk about the nose a little bit. This thing actually has kind of a sport truck nose. Look how cool this blocky lower section is. I think look back on the limited trim Rams of yesteryear, this looks really sharp, I think, compared to that. I'm happy with the appearance on it. Headlights are new and different, but kind of not groundbreaking, more of an evolution, not a revolution. So they've kind of kept in the same kind of theme going on. You do have what's kind of fog lights down here, but not really. And then you've got sensors here and embedded in the front all around. Before we go any further, Craig, let's talk about the Monroney, which this is a pre-production vehicle. So this is the Monroney. It is a 25. It has the 3-liter Hurricane straight 6 turbo. Comes up to $90,085. And that's with some options. We don't know which is which. This is ivory white over indigo sea salt.
Sorry, elephants.
Sorry, elephants. A lot of ivory on here. Now, I will say in the sun, this is looking a little better than I thought it did. It's got some pearl and some metallic, but it does have some orange peel, which I'm not totally happy with. Maybe it's a RAM thing. Not really. I mean, they're not the only ones to do that. But more importantly, right here, Craig, Dodge is stuck to their letting you know what engine's in the truck. Going back to the late 90s, it would say Magnum V8 or V6 right here, and you knew, oh, he got the good one or not. I love that. It's super cool. So this right here, Craig, SST, you know what that stands for?
Oh, I do.
Straight 6 turbo.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's an inline 6. They could call it inline, but they're going to go old school Mopar style. It's a straight 6. I love that. I love that vernacular. And then it's an HO. So there's an SO and an HO. Standard output's about 420 horse. This is the HO. 540 freaking horsepower, over 521 foot-pounds of torque, I believe. Anyways, it's a lot. Wheels, these Johnnies are huge. They're 22s, they've got Pirelli Scorpions, 285, 45, 22. That's actually a really wide tire. Now, all that being said, we have not offered this yet. We will have a hill test in a second, but in the rain all week, it's done quite well. Except when you use launch control in the wet, it'll actually spin all 4 tires and get a little bit of wheel hop on every corner. So that's how much power we're playing with. Coming on the side, more chrome on top of chrome. You do have tungsten embossed on the side there. Chrome mirror cap. Look, if you don't like chrome, not the trim for
Are
you.
those chrome or are they tungsten?
They look chrome to me. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
they're not. Yeah, not actually
You're
tungsten,
being cute on that, but yeah. And more chrome up here, or tungsten. So anyways, there's that. Coming down, Craig, one thing I don't love about the Ram box is right now it's doing pretty good. This is actually semi-level back here. What happens is, with my brother-in-law's truck in particular in the Houston heat, it starts to taco over time because it's a urethane lid. And this will end up being about a 1/4 inch off there and there. Maybe it was just him. Maybe you have experience with yours. Let me know in the comments below, but I could not unsee it later on. But it is nice to have the storage here. You don't have to do a toolbox. It's just a different way of packaging things.
All right, mic check. We're good to go. Start the film. Brian, you ready on the mic check?
Hey, no, hey.
Oh.
Look, did you realize that Jeep Gladiators are less than 30 grand now, brand new?
Oh my goodness.
I found an awesome red one, but it's in New Hampshire. All of a sudden, that becomes a problem. We don't have time to go get that and drive back. Luckily, today's sponsor has you covered, uShip. What they do is they put you in touch as the customer with all those carriers and truck drivers that can get that product to you. They ship all kinds of stuff, anything from hot tubs to engines to cars to cranes. They can do it all. And luckily for you, we have a link in our description below for you to try it out today. They also have a protection policy to make sure that you're protected from conception to driveway. It's all good and good for you. We'll be using them for sure. Coming on the back, Craig, we got some more chrome, which again, you gotta be okay with it if you're buying this. Tungsten branding here, traditional RAM chrome here. You have additional light connections here, Craig.
That's interesting.
Because you can put auxiliary cameras that tie into the U-connect, which is actually really cool. So you can put a camera on the back of your trailer. You do have the 7-way and 4-way flats right here, 2-inch receiver hitch. And of course, Craig, we've got exposed chrome tips. I like that a lot. One more thing I'm really proud of is you don't have a bed step, but you have this guy, which just works, to be honest with you. Let's hear what it sounds like. Okay, up front it sounds a little bit like a BMW B58, which is not really a bad thing. It's kind of quiet though. Oh, air ride. What does it sound like back here to you?
Not that.
Let's go up front. All right, popping up to the piece de resistance is no more Hemi, but it is the twin turbo inline six. Something I want to point out is that a V8 does like a 4-cylinder, it does this. So it's a little bit wide, but it's not that long. An inline six does that. So now it's a long boy, but it's narrow in the middle. It fits in a truck, that's fine. I really want to see this thing in something like a Jeep Wrangler or a Gladiator. I don't know if it's ever going to fit because it's so long, but man, it is a ripper of a machine. We'll get into the driving segment in a second. You're really going to understand what we're talking about, but 540 horsepower is no freaking joke. For reference, the high output in the Platinum F-150, 400 horsepower, 450 torque. 540, 521. That's a big difference.
Wow. All right, Brian, let's check out the interior of the 2025 refreshed Ram. And yes, we know this has been around for a while, but it's still here. And look, it's convenient. It's the first time for us to review it. And it's nice. You get some fairly dry-ish storage.
Yeah.
And if you get stuck in there, you can open it. So if you put a kid in there,
What?
a small kid, I don't know if a kid that would fit there. Anyways, don't know what the IP rating is of this, but we saw a little bit of moisture when we had our gear in there. Nothing that affected the gear, but again, a very convenient spot. I do understand Brian's point about that thing. Yeah,
that won't get better, is all I'm saying.
That's not going to get better. Good point. But at least you don't have to do the toolbox thing, and it's just right here, and it's on both sides, and it's lockable. I like that a lot. Let's check out the actual tailgate. Get in here. We don't have the split one here. That is an option on some of the Rams, but not on this particular one. And Brian, I like this divider right here in the bed. That is very convenient, so your stuff doesn't slide all the way forward.
Can I show you how that works real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
All right, so it's got a bed cover that's kind of like a lot of other bed covers you might get, like the Tiger ones you can get on Amazon.
Right.
This is a Mopar one, obviously it's a factory thing, but it works kind of the same. You unlatch it, and once you learn how it works, it's not a big deal. It's a little bit of a learning curve. So your bed is a lot narrower now because of the Ram box, whereas without the Ram box, it goes like to over here. So you're just moving the space of storage. This is cool though, because you can put it wherever these ridges are at. And I moved a bunch of mulch this weekend, and it was very easy to take it out. And when you take it out, it can also become a bed extender.
Okay.
Right? I'm not sure how that works. I don't see a latch for it, but I'm sure there's a method for that to be a thing. So kind of cool. And then you just fold it flat if you're not using it, and you just lay it in. So it's like not in the way. Pretty configurable.
Very smart, genius idea. I'm glad they came up with something to do that. And it works. And yeah, you do lose storage here, but you don't have a wheel well that's in your way now. So
true. Good point.
This is actually a pretty smart idea.
Yeah.
Brian, we don't have the Toyota anything here, but we do have this. So that's a win. All right, let's check out the rear seat of the all-new Ram. Bro, look how far this door opens.
That is.
You know what's happened is Ram and Mopar, they got really good at making minivans. They've kind of used a lot of those things in the trucks, and I love it. This door is really nice. You get nice padded door sill.
Oh, very
door
nice.
pull is padded, and a nice, can't put your phone there. I don't like that, but it does have a little cubby it will fall into, so at least there's that. Plenty of room for water bottles down below. Very nice. Let's check out the seat. I want to get this, first off, the kid seat does fit good. Plenty of room. But Brian, let's get in here. But before we get in here, let's fold it up and see if we get any room.
Okay.
It just folds up. You don't have to do anything.
Wow. Also under here, Craig, there's more.
There's more storage underneath here. Yes, that's correct. Show them on that side. We get the same cubby over here. Very nice. You can just put a lot of things. Look, we do a lot of overlanding and camping, and you never just have enough storage for stuff.
Just keeping it organized.
There's plenty of places for stuff in this truck. And then the handle's built in. You don't have to pull any weird levers.
Nice.
That's really thoughtful. Look, Mopar's been nailing that for years.
Yeah,
and they just continue to do it.
Real good job.
All right, get in here. Ooh, actually, this is a comfortable rear seat. Brian, a lot of trucks, here's the problems with trucks in the rear. You get a lot of space. It feels really big, but this is a really short seat. Look how far, this comes all the way to my knee. This is really nice. I like that a lot. And it's padded. It's really nice. Pull this down, and I do get a nice armrest.
Is that not the best armrest in the segment?
That works. You get more storage in here for a tablet, cup holders. Brian, get in here and see if it works, because we do have a pano.
I'm a little nervous about that.
That could be a problem.
Now, knee room's not a problem, and pano is definitely a problem. But I could just slump, honestly, if I'm hitting it back here now.
It's so annoying that a full-size truck, no, this is annoying. Full-size truck, the pano is great, don't get me wrong, I understand it. I'm glad it's there, but a full-size adult should be able to fit back here.
Well, here's the deal. If we're going to lunch or to around town, it'd be fine. I just have to lean the whole time. It just seems like it shouldn't be an issue.
It should not be an issue. Yeah. Moving on to the back, Brian, we get rear AC. We also get USB-C and A2 on both sides.
Dude.
And Brian, we get heaters. And they haven't forgot about us Texans. We get rear ventilated seats. All right, Brian, before we move to the front, what's this between my legs?
That's a speaker, dude.
We got a speaker here.
Yeah.
We got a speaker there. You mentioned more up front.
Yep.
There's speakers everywhere. This is a Klipsch sound system. Brian, Klipsch. You've had it this week. Have you bumped it a little bit? Is it nice? It's
very clear and crisp with really no bass to be had of. It needs a sub somewhere in here.
All right, Brian, to the front, same deal. We got a nice padded door seal so you know when you're balling. And then you got a nice padded door pull. Same style door pull in the back. Your phone's going to fall through, but it's got a little cubby to fall into. And then, Brian, you got a nice, this is nice. A foam insert like bottle holder. I guess so it doesn't rattle when you put it in there.
I like that.
A lot of bottle holders, you put it in there and it just kind of...
Well, it's good for like an Ozarka bottle or a 12-ounce can.
But it works. It won't make a bunch of noise when you're driving around. I love that. They've thought that through.
Great job.
Really quiet truck. Let's get in here, Brian. Nice automatic step. And we get in here and, ooh, tungsten. Here we go. The tungsten life. Tungsten life, Brian, first off, gets us... Oh, yeah. It's trying to be premium.
Wait, but you said it has to be black to be premium.
It's doing the halfway trying to be premium thing.
Okay.
So we got a black handle, see?
Oh, okay.
See, so we're almost there.
Well, this is the ivory. That's ivory, and this is the sea salt.
Oh, very good, very good. Yes, exactly. Brian, everything else here is basically the same. I do like the digital cluster though. Let's show them that.
Wait, the truck is lifting.
Oh, truck's lifting because Brian,
air ride,
we have
baby.
Air ride. It's hard to see with the glare here, but Brian, we have air ride, and we can go normal mode. And then we can adjust it down.
It doesn't change till that it gets to the height. So it's telling you there it's going down and up. So this
okay, it's still cycling.
So the icon here won't change till it's reached whatever you've asked for.
Okay, so it's doing its thing. But anyways, it's adjustable and it's 4-corner air. So Brian, a lot of vehicles,
like
Toyota,
Ford,
they'll do rear air, which is nice for load leveling.
Yeah, that is helpful for that. Yeah.
But the 4-corner air, Ram's been the only one that's had that in the full-size truck segment, and it's dialed. It's dialed. It's really nice. It rides really well, and you have coil suspension in the rear. It means it just rides really good. Brian, up front though, Brian, we get some Daimler throwbacks. We get the nice seat controls up on the on the door.
But that's because the headrest is power adjustable.
Yes.
And up and down. I will say though, Craig, kind of like Toyota, the benchmark for this is not someone of my size. The headrest is always kind of not in the right spot, but you can push it back and get it configured out.
With that, we get the nice center cluster that's been working for a long time. The Uconnect, it just works. We also, Brian, we get one more cluster. Look at this.
For the passenger, it's hard to see with the glare, but HDMI input, you can play your Nintendo here by plugging in your HDMI port there. And Craig, from where you're sitting, you can't see it at all.
Pretty baller.
I like it. Also, I'm going to power the sun down here. Look how many ports
and Brian, let's go on to one more thing. We get wireless charging, not one, but two. Thank you very much, because the passenger needs it too. And look how easily it indicates.
It just works.
Ram has got this figured out. I love how this moves and slides forward, and then you could get more storage back here, and then even more. Pull it up. Yep, you get all of it, and then more on the sides, Brian.
Yeah, on the sides, and you get stuff.
Metrics, geometry.
All right.
With that, Brian, enough of the talk. That HO, I want to see what it does 0 to 60. Oh, right, Brian. HO stands for high output.
Yep, straight 6 turbo. We're in sport mode. It's lowering right now to aero height. Wait for that.
Oh, I can feel it. Yep. I love it. So it lowers itself to the launch.
It hunkers down just like a Bugatti Veyron. All right, we're aerodynamic height achieved.
And what do you get the ZF? There's a hidden mode.
There's a hidden launch control. You put it in sport mode, it disables traction control. You got to hit the brakes really hard.
Really hard. That's the key.
There you go.
Oh my God.
We have wheel spin in the rear on that. And 60. Woo!
Okay.
That's with 4 auto.
Catch my breath. Brian, this is incredible. With me in the truck, 4.57.
Oh my gosh. And that's on choppy pavement, by the way, and it wasn't dead straight. It was level ground, though.
Wow.
We've learned today that you have to get it into launch control, which is 4,000 RPM when the torque converted, which is a huge number, and then wait about 3 or 4 seconds because the turbos are still spooling. Now, there's no boost gauge in here, so I don't know what it's at, but that's probably where that 28 PSI sneaks in that this thing is capable of.
And you said turbos because each one only gets what?
3 cylinders.
Yes.
So there's separate exhaust manifolds, so they won't crack over time is the ideal, because what happens with inline 6 motors in the past is that it's one manifold and crack.
It's a big one.
It's a big one. So moral of the story is, without you in the truck, Craig, 4.31 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
How are they sneaking this out? And by the way, all the, I'm going to call them Hemi haters, they're like, oh, Mr. Hemi, which I get it. You don't have sound in this. There is no like, that thing got a Hemi. That's fair. That's gone. I get it. Put that to the side.
Yes.
This is going to kick an EcoBoost in the teeth.
It does. Yeah.
540 horsepower is nothing to shake a stick at.
Okay.
All right.
When we got the Tundra, Brian, we got the Turbo V6, like, okay, not bad.
Oh, yeah.
But its biggest problem was, well, the EcoBoost still exists.
Right, which is better.
I'm here to tell you, now the EcoBoost has got a problem.
I think so.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Ford's got some work to answer this thing.
Yep.
That's all I'm getting at. And look, the EcoBoost rips. It's real fast.
Oh, absolutely.
It's very great.
Look, we got a really great time in the new Raptor.
Absolutely,
so,
yeah. Even non-R. You know, the non-R,
right.
Okay, let's talk about ride and drive because we have 4-corner air ride.
And 22s.
22-inch wheels, which make small potholes big potholes.
They do.
And I will say, I feel like the air ride combined with 22s is just making it ride like it doesn't have 22s. But it's not riding like Rolls Royce. It's not doing that.
It makes me want to get a tradesman with 4-corner air, if that's possible in
with
25.
18s and a mild all-terrain or a medium all-terrain.
I think that would ride sublime.
Yeah, because we've driven the coil-sprung non-air ride, like 18-inch wheel Hemi trucks.
They ride great.
They ride about like this.
They really do.
They ride awesome.
Absolutely.
So I feel like the benefits of this outside of the ride is that, it does have a low nose. If you get into an obstacle, you can just lift it.
Right.
So that's the benefit there.
Yes.
Other than that, it drives a lot like the old Rams.
It feels, well, it's because it's a refresh. It is a lot like the old Rams, because it is.
Yeah, well, and by the way, that's not a criticism. They are very good out of the box. So let's leave it at that.
Yeah. With that, Brian, it's a really good full-size truck. There's really not much else to it.
Yeah.
A little surprising, though, Brian, because, look, this engine is here to replace the Hemi, usually because of emissions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bring that up, please.
But, Brian, this gets worse fuel economy than the 24 Hemi.
Yeah, it does. And then what about emissions, though? Because that's where the benefits of NOx emissions.
That's what they tell us, is the NOx emissions, what actually comes out of the tailpipe, and is emitted in the atmosphere. Well, this actually emits more than the Hemi.
I don't know.
At least the high output.
The high output. We haven't looked up the standard output. That might be the volume one that's solving it.
Maybe.
So, anyways, all that being said, I think this motor is causing a lot of problems for its competitors, and I do know what you're already thinking. Oh, is it reliable? Is it reliable? The answer is
we don't know.
We'll talk to you in 20 years. We have no idea because we haven't had it that long. So, thanks for watching. If you have been watching this for a while, thank you. And if you are not subscribed, please consider that. That will really help us. We just hit 30K. And thank you for all of you that have been supporting us. It's great.
Last but not least, Brian, for 99 cents a month,
that's right,
you can get this video quicker.
A week out early.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time. All right, great. This is a bonus test. Still in sport mode?
Yep.
Let's try and hold the boost longer. 4,000. There's the bump. Go.
Oh, gosh, that surge.
That 1-2 shift is insane. 60. Jeez Louise. What was that?
Hang on. 0 to 60 in 4.46 with me in the
gosh.
car.
Just shaving it down. It's getting faster as we're doing more.
Oh my goodness.
Good job, Ram. This is an awesome motor.
Not pulling timing or anything.
No. Yeah, look, you said this earlier, Craig. When Toyota does turbos, at least their first year out, we can feel it saving itself everywhere. Mm-hmm. This is an example of someone going, no, let's optimize what we can do with performance.
Right.
That's what this is.
Wonderful.
Good job, Ram.
Yep.